Right then, gather round, because I have a story for you. It all started on a Tuesday, the Great Pickle and Pudding Apocalypse of 2025. I woke up feeling less than sparkling, like I'd been run over by a herd of grumpy badgers. My brain was so foggy I tried to answer my shoe, twice. By lunchtime I was craving bizarre foods, pickled onions, a vat of chocolate pudding, an entire block of cheese meant to be shared by a family of 4. A culinary cry for help. My energy had plummeted, sending postcards from Earth's core. I get halfway through a sentence and forget it. My internal autocorrect had gone on strike, and the noise, utter brilliance, I know. This wasn't just tired, this was a full-scale systems failure. So, like any modern human in a crisis, I turned to the internet. I typed in, "Why do I feel like a deflated balloon and crave weird things?" and fell down a rabbit hole. Past the cat videos and the questionable life hacks, I stumbled upon something called the Wahls Protocol. It sounded rather serious, a secret agent's code name. I pictured a woman in a trench coat handing me a briefcase full of kale. Little did I know, that wasn't too far from the truth. This was the beginning of my journey, a journey that started with a pickle and promised a path out of the fog. Now, you're probably thinking, what is this secret mission you've stumbled upon? Well, the Wahls Protocol isn't some fad diet where you only eat air and good intentions for a week. Oh no, it's much more interesting than that. It was created by a doctor, Dr. Terry Wahls. She created it for herself. She had multiple sclerosis and ended up in a wheelchair. Things looked bleak, so she researched. She looked beyond medicine. She looked at food and asked, what do our cells need to work properly? Especially our brain cells. Think of your body as a very expensive, temperamental Italian sports car. You wouldn't fill it with fizzy pop and expect it to win a race. You'd give it the best fuel. Dr. Wahls designed a way of eating to give your cells super premium fuel, to repair and thrive. Not about losing weight, more about turning your body into a well-oiled, energetic machine. Feed your mitochondria, tiny batteries inside your cells. They're the powerhouses. When they're happy, energy, your brain is sharp and you feel fantastic. When they're struggling, you end up trying to unlock your front door with a banana. The Wahls Protocol is like a 5-star, all-inclusive holiday resort for your mitochondria. It gives them vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, the building blocks so they can get back to their job of making you feel fabulous. Not a diet, a lifestyle, a blueprint to supercharge your health by flooding your system with nutrients to reduce inflammation and support your brain. It sounded much better than my pickle and pudding plan anyway. Alright, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What do you actually eat on this thing? Prepare yourselves. It involves a lot of vegetables. We're talking 9 cups a day. Yes, you heard me, 9 cups. Before you faint, it's 3 simple groups. 3 cups leafy greens, spinach and kale. 3 cups colorful veg and fruits, peppers, carrots, berries. Eating the rainbow for grown-ups. Final 3 cups. Sulfur-rich veggies, cabbage, broccoli, onions, mushrooms, a little fragrant. These veggies provide unique nutrients, great for your liver and antioxidants galore. Each bite is doing something good. What do you say goodbye to? Gluten, dairy, eggs, sugar, public enemy number 1. Kicked out completely. Farewell tragic chocolate pudding, not just restriction, focus on quality, grass-fed meat, wild-caught fish, avocado, olive oil. You're not starving, just changing the source. From processed junk to whole, nutrient-dense foods, like swapping cheap clothes for classic, well-made outfits. Back to those little batteries. Mitochondria create energy for your body. When they do, they also make a bit of mess. Tiny exhaust smoke called free radicals. Too much of that mess backs us oxidative stress. Think rust on a car. A little is fine, too much and things start to fall apart. Antioxidants are like superheroes. They neutralize free radicals and clean up the rust. The more colorful veggies, the more heroes on your team. Imagine your gut is a nightclub bouncer. It's strict, but sometimes gluten or dairy confuse the bouncer and create tiny gaps in your gut lining. That lets undigested particles sneak into your bloodstream. The immune system panics and inflammation starts. Remove the troublemakers, give the bouncer a break. The gut lining can heal, the immune system calms, and you reduce inflammation, which helps joint pain, brain fog, and more. It's a practical approach. Lots of veggies, good fats, quality protein, and fewer inflammatory foods. Give your internal repair crew the best tools and a massive budget. Removing stressors gives your body a chance to heal. I'm not a doctor, and this isn't medical advice. Just what worked for one person who did a lot of chopping, and all you have to do is feed it some broccoli. It's genius, really. Next, my grand adventure in cabbage land. Spoiler, there was kale, kohlrabi, and more blender drama than my dog could handle. So, I decided to give it a go. My first week on the Wahls Protocol was an experience. The sheer volume of vegetables was staggering. I spent more time chopping than I did sleeping. I made a smoothie so green I think it photosynthesized. I accidentally bought a kohlrabi that looked like an alien spaceship. I put cauliflower in a blender and the kitchen looked like it had snowed. My dog was terrified. I tried to explain my new diet at a dinner party. People looked at me like I'd announced I was moving to Mars to become a professional goat herder. It was a disaster. But then, slowly, things started to change. Around day 10, I woke up before my alarm and I didn't feel like I'd been wrestling a bear. The fog in my brain was lifting. I could think in straight lines again. I remembered my neighbor's name. My energy climbed. Calm, steady, sustained energy all day. I even organized my sock drawer. Revolutionary stuff. My cravings for pickles and pudding vanished, replaced by roasted broccoli. Who had I become? A new man. A new man who smelled faintly of cabbage, but a new man nonetheless. It wasn't that my body was broken. It was crying out for the right fuel. Swap the junk for glorious, colorful, life-giving vegetables. If you enjoyed this tale of culinary redemption, give that like button a cheeky little tap. Hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Think of it as your ticket to more stories, more laughs, and more questionable vegetable experiments. Your support means the world. It stops me from feeling like I'm just talking to my kohlrabi, and you will not want to miss what's coming up next. I'm diving headfirst into another health trend. Yes, ice baths. Will I scream? Will I shrink? Will I emerge as a superhuman ice warrior? There's only one way to find out. Countdown begins. As a wise person probably once said, what's life without a little goosebump-inducing adventure? See you next time.